The NFL is facing pressure on two fronts tonight. It's dealing with the fallout from that Brian Flores lawsuit, the former Dolphins coach, alleging racism in the league's hiring practices. And now we're learning about new sexual harassment allegations made against the Washington Commanders owner, Dan Snyder. Former team employee Tiffany Johnston leveled the accusations at a hearing on Capitol Hill today.
I learned how to discreetly remove a man's unwanted hand from my thigh at a crowded dinner table at a busy restaurant to avoid a scene. I also learned later that evening how to awkwardly laugh when Dan Snyder aggressively pushed me towards his limo with his hand on my lower back, encouraging me to ride with him to my car. The only reason Dan Snyder removed his hand from my back and stopped pushing me towards his limo was because his attorney intervened and said, Dan, this is a bad idea. A very bad idea, Dan.
In a statement today, Dan Snyder denied the new allegations, but he once again apologized for past misconduct that took place within his organization. The league fined Washington $10 million last year after it investigated the team's workplace culture. At today's congressional hearing, 6 former Washington employees pressured the NFL to release the full report about the team's history of sexual harassment and sexist practices. They say the team has not been fully accountably held. Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy is here. He represents Illinois' 8th District, serves on the Committee on Oversight and Reform that held today's hearing. Congressman, thanks for coming. The new allegations part of your roundtable today, the NFL says they won't release that full report. Can you get them to?
I think that I think that most of the substance is going to come out one way or another.
Yeah, but what about the full report? You know, because especially people in Washington, longtime fans of that storied franchise, they want to know what's been happening there.
I personally think it's going to come out,
but not the full report.
Yeah, I think so. I think eventually it will. Okay. We are asking them to produce it right now, and I think it's going to the substance as well as the report. And the findings will eventually come up because so many victims are coming forward with the information, as well as media reports, too.
What did you think of that, of the witnesses today? Credible to you?
Extremely credible. They were very matter of fact. They were straightforward. And you could see the pain in their faces as they recounted the trauma as well. But I found them very compelling.
The other big story for the NFL now, allegations of racism in the hiring process from Coach Brian Flores. Do you plan to investigate and ask him to testify?
No current plans, but we're monitoring that situation. Right now, we're really focused on the sexual harassment and other cultural or workplace abuses at the NFL and the Washington football team.
Do sports leagues have enough oversight for their actions in general? I mean, they get a lot of benefit from the taxpayers, that $112 billion industry.
That's right. I think the primary benefit is the exemption from our antitrust laws. And I think that what's expected in return is that they at least serve the public interest to some degree, and they're held to a higher standard, as Roger Goodell said in the past, especially with regard to the workplace. But unfortunately, what we're finding is it's not necessarily the case, and it wasn't the case at the Washington football team.
Congressman Krishnamurthy, thank you for your time and good luck.